Good afternoon. Naman, how was your test, beta?
It was good.
Full or less?
मैम 2 नंबर कट
Good
गए बस.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Rama.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
18
Good
18
af-
मैम 18.
I was expecting कि तुम्हारे full आएंगे.
मैम बस वो मैंने चेक नहीं करा, चेंज करना था, बस जल्दी जल्दी में एकदम कर दिया क्योंकि मेरा नेट बार बार लूज हो रहा था कनेक्शन, इसलिए तो फिर सबमिट कर दिया. वो चेंज करना रह गया वरना हम फुल ही होते हैं.
चलो
कोई बात नहीं.
कोई बात नहीं, अगली बार और बेटर करना. Okay.
ओके मैम.
So let us start with today's concept. Actually, we can't uh, wait to discuss the paper because I haven't seen the paper yet. Once I get the paper, and if you want to discuss any question, you can tell me if any question is there which you could not understand. That we can discuss. So now I'm starting with the
No, ma'am,
concept.
it was quite easy.
Okay, fine. So
यस मैम.
let us start with today's work. I'm sharing the screen. Let us see what is next. Yes. The next concept that we have to do is maxima and minima of two variables. All right. Can anyone give me a summary of how you had calculated maxima and minima in one variable? Anyone? Vanshika, can you summarize?
Ma'am, I was not well, so
No
didn't
problem.
revise.
No problem. No problem. Anyone else who wants to summarize?
And what?
Maxima and minima, how you were calculating in two variables? Do you remember anything? All right. I'm just revising it for you. There were two ways that you were using. One was first derivative test and the other one was second derivative test, right? In first derivative test, if f dash x was greater than f dash x was positive, then it was an increasing function, and if in the neighborhood there is no change, like there is a change from increasing to decreasing, you are getting, that was point of maxima. If decreasing to increasing you are getting, it was point of minima. That was first derivative test. Then there was second derivative test, that you put first derivative as 0 and then find the points which satisfy f dash x equals to 0, and then you were calculating second derivative. If second derivative was positive, then it was minima, and if second derivative was negative, it was maxima. That was the general rule. And if it was equal to 0, then that was point of inflection. Then you were trying odd derivatives and even derivatives and check which one you are getting non-zero value, right? So that was the case when you had just one variable or y is equal to fx type of situation. Now let us see what will happen if you have two variables. I want you to read it. Mostly you need to know how the function is changing its course. Are there any lows and highs of the function which can be utilized or which can be uh, evaluated to know the extremes, right? Those values at which the function is changing its course of action are critical points. And you are familiar with the critical points, so I'm not taking much time on it. Let z be any function of two variables where x and y are independent variables. This is something you need to remember. Now y does not depend on x. X and y are independent of each other, and z is the variable that depends on x and y. So z is your dependent variable and x and y are independent variables. A function f x y is said to have a maximum value or local maxima if fxy is greater than fx plus h, y plus k. This is very simple to understand. If in the neighborhood the value is lesser, then what will happen? See, if you draw it, just try and understand. Suppose this is your point. You are drawing like this, right? This is your number line. Sorry. This is your number line. You take any point x. This is x plus h. What is happening? if fxy is here, fx plus h is here, so it is increasing, right? So if in the neighborhood of it, suppose you are turning it like this, here also you have an increase and here also you have an increase. This is point of maxima. Okay, and if something like this you have, that this side also it is decreasing and this side also it is decreasing, this is minimum, right? Otherwise you can say as you move, when I am saying decreasing value, I am talking about z. Okay, here also z is decreasing, here also z is decreasing. But when we treat it in the function of, here what is happening, this is decreasing function and this is increasing function. Can you make out? This is decreasing function because value is coming down, and when you, as you are moving from here to here, it is increasing function as value is, z is increasing. So if from increasing to, sorry, if from decreasing to increasing you are going, that is local minima. And if the situation is like this, that it is increasing and then decreasing, then it is local maxima. All right, this is local minimum. This is not new thing, you know all this. The only thing is now we are talking about two variables. Okay, is this concept understood? Here we are not differentiating, we are not doing anything. We are just trying to get the value in the neighborhood of xy. And since h and k are not given any sign, it can be positive edge, it can be negative edge. Similarly, a function fxy is said to have a minimum value or local minima if fxy is less than all the points in its neighborhood. Fxy is less than all the points in its neighborhood. That is local minima. Hope it is understood. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's see how we get critical points in this situation. At all these points pxy where there is either local maxima or minima, the tangent plane is horizontal when they exist. You can understand this. Now you're talking about 3D, just remember. So if this is the point of local minima, if you draw a tangent, what is happening? The tangent will be parallel to or horizontal plane. Whether it is local maxima and you are drawing a plane. Now this is a 3D figure. You can think of a ball, half hemisphere. Okay, that's a 3D picture, half hemisphere. And then you are trying to draw a plane. That plane will be a horizontal plane, horizontal to the base. All right. The tangent plane is horizontal when they exist. They can be treated as mountain peaks or valley bottom. This is not necessary to say. You just understand what I mean. Now, when we are talking about critical points and now the function is dependent on two variables, that means we cannot talk about df by dx. We have to talk about partial derivatives, right? So how do we get partial derivatives? Del f by del x should be 0 and del f by del y should be 0. So this is the condition of critical points, that this should be 0. That is the necessary condition for function to have a maxima or minimum. Like tangent you should get. Tangent is you are getting, that means angle should be 0. Now what is the working method of finding the function to be maximum or minimum? This is something you need to memorize. Otherwise you won't be able to do it. The first thing that we do is we try and find out P, Q, R, S and T. You know what is R? Second derivative with respect to X. What is T? Second derivative with respect to Y. And S is second derivative with respect to X and Y. P is del F by del X and Q is del F by del Y. So first thing is you find P and Q and you equate it to 0 to know the points at which you can find the tangent. Then you find RT minus S square at all these stationary points. The points at which this will give you stationary points or critical points. Okay, at all these points you will find RT minus S square. Now see this condition carefully. I'm just highlighting these conditions. See, if RT minus S square is greater than 0 and R less than 0, at any point Pxy, fxy is said to have a maximum value or local maxima. Both these conditions have to be fulfilled simultaneously. What are these? Rt minus S square is greater than 0 and R is less than 0. Okay. Next is Rt minus S square is positive and R is positive. Okay. At any point P of xy is said to have a minimum value or local minima. That means this condition has to be fulfilled, that Rt minus S square is greater than 0. And after this you will check for R. If R is negative, that means maxima. R is positive, that means minimum. If Rt minus S square is 0, then we cannot say anything about maxima or minima. The test is inconclusive. We will not be doing beyond this in this stage or at this stage or in this class. It is beyond the scope of your syllabus. Okay. If Rt minus S square is less than 0, okay, then neither maxima nor minima. Okay. And you will say this is a saddle point. So what is our consideration? First thing to test is Rt minus S square. Is that fine?
मैम
Yes, beta.
मैम जो फोर्थ पॉइंट है वो तो पॉइंट ऑफ इन्फ्लेक्शन की तरह आ जाएगा कि जिसमें पैरेलल होता है,
यहाँ पर उसे इन्फ्लेक्शन पॉइंट नहीं कहते, सैडल पॉइंट कहते हैं, लेकिन इसके बियॉन्ड हम इसको नहीं चेक करेंगे. जबकि जब हम वन वेरिएबल में करते थे, इफ यू रिमेम्बर, then we used to check odd and even derivative also, even when you were getting second derivative as 0. Sometimes the second derivative was 0, but third or fourth derivative you were able to get some non-zero value. If all value were derivatives were 0, then it was point of inflection, right?
थर्ड का मैम ग्राफ कैसे दिखेगा? फोर्थ वाला तो समझ आ गया, थर्ड में ग्राफ में कैसे रिप्रेजेंट होगा?
बेटा ये ग्राफ तुमको 3D ग्राफ में देखना पड़ेगा, ये 2D पे नहीं दिखेगा. I will show you if you are interested. I can show you the graphs, but not now. I'll get it from some book and then paste it to show you. Okay, it is not made here. Okay, now these two things you need to remember: stationary points and saddle points. Stationary point will be a saddle point if fourth condition is satisfied, otherwise it's a stationary point. Okay. They have given one example, but I want you to ponder more upon it. I will only focus on mathematical aspect today. How do we calculate it? Okay. Now see this question. Find all the stationary point of the function fxy for maximum and minimum. I want you to do it yourself. Though it is solved, but still try and solve. How the points are calculated is understood? The thing that you need to remember is you will take only real values. Now this is not so easy to solve. You may find it simple. Luckily here you are able to find out that okay, you take out 6y as common, then you are getting x minus 5 as 0. So one value you are getting is x is equal to 5 and y equals to, how come you are getting x is equal to 5? This should give you x is equal to 5, right? Okay, let's see. If we put x is equal to 5, what do we get? 25 3s are 75 plus 3y square minus 30 into 5 150 plus 72 equals to 0. That means we are getting y as imaginary. Yes or no? You are getting? No, we are not getting y imaginary. You are getting 3y square something is wrong here. Class, are you solving?
Yes, ma'am. नीचे 1 आया है ऊपर
मैम y
इसमें
प्लस
1 आया
माइनस 1
Y plus minus 1. When you have x is equal to 5, y is plus minus 1.
लेकिन y नीचे 0 आएगा तो फिर
That we
इक्वल नहीं
will
होगा
check, na? That we will check. When you put y as 0, when y is 0, then you have x square minus 10x plus 24 equals to 0. So x is 6 comma 4. So that means you are getting two set of values. Let us see. Now without testing, there two values are missed here. Two values are not given. It's not imaginary, it's real values we are getting. Okay. I want everybody to check if it is negative 6xy del f by del y 6xy minus 30y. So if we are getting positive values only, see one group of value is this, one group of value is this, and second group of value is 5 comma 1 . Are you also getting this? Just check. Maybe there is some mistake. But when I solve this, I'll get this. X minus 5 and 6y equals to 0. Class, are you getting these values?
Ma'am, if we put minus 1, then there will be minus 5.
Why will we put minus 1? See, you have calculated x and y from
Ma'am,
here.
we got the value y is equal to plus minus 1.
When you had x is equal to 5, then you got y as plus minus 1. And when you solve this, you got two values. One was y equals to 0 or x is equal to 5. So when you have y is equal to 0, these are the values. Right? When you put x is equal to 5, these are the values. I want these values to be tested. Is it right or not? When you put x is equal to 5, 25 plus y square minus 15 plus 24. We are getting correct values. So there are 4 stationary points actually. Everybody is getting 4 stationary points?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why they have not mentioned the other two, but there are 4 stationary points. Maybe proceed to the next question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see next question. Examine the function fxy for maximum and minimum where fxy is this. So the first step is same. First step is same. You will find del f by del x and you will find del f by del y and you will equate it to 0. So del f by del x is 3x square minus 6x and del f by del y is minus 8y. This is 0. That means you will get x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2. Please check, is this fine? There are two values of x you will get. And here you will get
Yes.
y
Yes,
is
ma'am.
equal to 0. That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now let us see what values have been calculated. See. Now when you are getting this, you have to check that the points that you have should satisfy. So since there is just one y value, the points that you are getting is 0, 0 and 2, 0. Is this okay? For x you have two values, but for y you have just one value, that is 0. So the points are 0, 0 and 2, 0. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now please find the second derivative and see what you are getting. So when you are finding r, you have to find r, s and t for 2 points separately. That means you will make one segment for 0, 0. What is r, what is s and what is t. And the next segment will be 2, 0 and you will find r, s and t. So what is r? Second derivative, that is 6x. When you put 0, 0, it becomes 0. Okay. S is also 0 because it does not contain y. T, when you take t, it is minus 8. Is this fine? So when you write r square minus st, you are getting 8. No, you are getting 0 because s is 0. So you cannot solve it further. So it's a saddle point. Here what will happen? R is 0, S is 0. Same issue. So what is happening here? Let us check.
R की वैल्यू 0 कैसे आ गई?
नहीं 0 नहीं आएगी. X बचा हुआ है, सॉरी. X यहाँ पर रखेंगे 2. So आएगी 6. X into 2, 12 आ जाएगी. Right? ये हो गया, R हो गया 6x. So when we put x as 2, it is 12. And s will be 0 and t will be minus 8. So r square minus st is 12 square, which is positive. R is positive. Hence minima. Right? Minima at which point? At 2, 0. Then you can calculate what is the minimum value by putting x as 2 and y as 0. Is this okay? See? R6 कैसे आया भाई? कुछ गलत है क्या?
मैम डबल डिफरेंशिएशन करने के बाद जो वैल्यू पुट करेंगे.
हाँ. यहाँ कुछ गड़बड़ किया है मैंने, शायद वैल्यू लेने में.
आपने मैम डबल डिफरेंशिएट नहीं
मैम
किया.
6x
हाँ.
माइनस 6 होगा.
पहले
6 होगा.
माइनस 6 हो जाएगा.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, 6x minus 6 आएगा. 6x minus 6, ये हो जाएगा 6. बाकी तो ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. So I hope आंसर आ गया होगा. One is saddle point and one point is minima. When no, it is maxima point. वैल्यू रखोगे तो मैक्सिमा का पॉइंट है. मैक्सिमा का पॉइंट कैसे आया?
एक मैक्सिमा का आएगा
और एक मिनिमा, एक सैडल आएगा. नहीं.
दूसरा वाला भी देखना.
दूसरा चेक कर लो.
मिनिमा आएगा.
R is positive or negative?
मैम R is positive in 2,0.
R is positive and RT minus S square is negative, hence it is a minima point.
Yes.
No beta. RT minus S square is negative, that means it is not minima. First condition is RT minus S square has to be positive. If it is negative, it is saddle point.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
This condition is mandatory. This has to be positive. Once this is positive, then we look for two positive possibilities. R is negative or R is positive. R positive, minima. R negative, maxima.
Yes, ma'am. वो साइन
हाँ. RT minus S square less than 0, saddle point. RT minus S square equals to 0, can't decide. Okay? चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. लेट्स ट्राई नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. No question here. So please write. I am giving you one question. Find the maximum and minimum value of x cube plus y cube minus 3axy. Find maximum and minimum provided it exists. Okay. So del f by del x del f by del y when you equate it to 0, then you can get a connection. When you equate it to 0, then you get a connection. Like here you will get x square minus 3ay, sorry, x square minus ay equals to 0. Here you will get y square minus ax equals to 0.
X equals to plus minus a?
Huh?
No, only.
Now find the second derivative.
R is 6x, T is 6y.
You can
S is
see, you can start from anywhere. Suppose you are getting y is equal to x square by a, you can put it here, right? Like here you will get y is equal to x square by a, then you put it here. So it will give you x to the power 4 by a square minus ax equals to 0. So if I take x by a square as common, I'll get x cube minus a cube equals to 0. Please check this, is it right?
Yes, ma'am, this is what I got. X cube is equals to a cube.
No, we got two answers. One is x equals to 0 and the other one is x is equal to a.
Yes.
There are two results. So when x is equal to 0, y is 0, and when x is equal to a, y is a. So we are getting 2 points. One is 0, 0 and the second point is a, a. Are these points understood? Now the next thing is we will find the second derivative. That means we will find r. So differentiate this 6x. Okay. And s
TA.
minus 3a.
Yes, ma'am, minus 2.
Hmm? And t
6y.
t is equal to 6y. So let's try and for point 0 comma 0, let's see r square minus st is equal to r square is 0, s is 0, s is minus 3a, t is 0, 0 minus 0, that is 0, and if it is 0 0, what do we write? Can't say.
Can't say.
Okay, so neither maxima nor minima,
Ma'am,
can't
we are
decide.
putting both x, y 0 in
You are
first
getting
case.
this is one point is a and the other point is b. A
Ma'am,
is
but
0.
why
bolo.
we are getting 6 in y? T. 6y in t.
Just differentiate this.
Yes,
What
ma'am,
is
I
t?
did.
So you will get 6y na?
Okay, ma'am.
It is del, sorry, kahan gaya ye? It is del 2 f by del y square na? So when you differentiate it second time, you will get this only. Now, when you have a comma a, then see what is r? R will be 6a. S is minus 3a. T is 6a. So r square minus st is 36a square plus 18a square, which is 54a square. No? Yes. No. हाँ 6a whole square 36a square. S
Yes,
is
ma'am,
minus 3a, so प्लस हो जाएगा 54a square आ जाएगा.
Yes, ma'am.
And your a is positive. Okay. So what is happening? This is positive and r is positive, hence minima. Hence minima. Now the question is find the minimum value. So minimum value of this function will be FAA, and that is a cube plus a cube minus 3AAA. So that is minus a cube.
मैम
हाँ बोलो.
मैम फॉर्मूला तो आर टी माइनस एस स्क्वायर होता है मैम.
हमने
आपने
क्या लिखा?
आर स्क्वायर माइनस एस टी.
ओहो हो, आर टी माइनस एस स्क्वायर लिखो. सॉरी, मैंने उल्टा फॉर्मूला लिख दिया है. प्लीज करेक्ट कर लो, इसीलिए आंसर भी उल्टा आ रहा है. और रमा ने कर भी लिया और टोका भी नहीं. हाँ रमा.
Ma'am, I was confused and still confused why we are getting 6y because it will come 0.
No beta, let's write again. Your f was x cube plus y cube minus 3axy, right? So when you write del f by del y, what will you get? You will get 3y square minus 3ax. Is it okay? Rama, are you?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you take second derivative, what will you get? It does not
Ma'am,
contain y.
6y.
So then why
Ma'am,
are you
but we are
confused?
putting 0, 0. Then y
You
will be 0.
you had 2 points. One was 0 0 and the other was a comma a.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you are considering 0 0, then what was your r and what was your t? What is your r?
Ma'am, my r was minus 3a.
3x square, then 6x. 6x minus 3a, na?
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
r? 6x minus 3a. So when you put 0, 0, you will get r as here r as minus 3a. What will be your this? This will be 0. That means t is 0. And what is s? What is your s? You differentiate it with respect.
M0.
No. Check again. What is your s? S is this, na? So you already have del f by del y. Just differentiate. You'll get minus 3a.
Yes, ma'am.
S is minus 3a. Now RT minus S square is what? RT will give you 0. This is 3a. That is minus 9a square, which is less than 0. I hope this is right. Because t is 0, so RT will be 0. So no, neither maxima nor minima. Is it fine?
Ma'am, we are doing double derivative. So df by dx, then we will derivate them.
You are
df.
not doing df. You are doing delta f. There is a
Yes,
difference.
ma'am, delta f.
Ah.
But ma'am, then after delta square f by delta x square will be 6x.
You have cube na beta.
मैम 6x होगा -3
मैम
नहीं होगा
3axy में 0 नहीं हो जाएगा फिर वो?
एक मिनट रुको, मेरे को दोबारा करने दो. You have del f by del x 3x square minus 3ay. हाँ बेटा, ये नहीं आएगा, ये नहीं आएगा, सिर्फ 6x आएगा, सिर्फ 6x आएगा सेकेंड डेरिवेटिव में. सब उल्टा हो गया. लेट मी डू इट अगेन. आई एम रीराइटिंग द क्वेश्चन and solving it. We have fxy as x cube plus y cube minus 3axy. So del f by del x is 3x square minus 3ay. Del 2f by del x square is 6x. Del f by del y is 3y square minus 3ax. Del 2f by del y square is 6y. Del 2f by del x del y is minus 3a. Is this fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is our r and this is our s. Now we have to do it for two values. First value is 0, 0 and second value is a comma a. So let me write it for 0 comma 0. R is, when I put 0, it is 0. T is 0 and S is minus 3a. So RT minus S square is 0 minus 3a square, that is minus 9a square, less than 0, hence maxima non minima. Okay, for a comma a, r is 6a, s is minus 3a, t is 6a. So RT minus S square is 36a square, 6 into 6 minus 9a square. This is greater than 0 and R is greater than 0. hence minima. Now it is fine. No shortcut needed.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
completed? Now
Yes, ma'am.
one more question. Let's do it fast. Let me clean this first. Write one more question, please. Discuss the maximum and minimum. Discuss the maximum and minimum of. Now this time I am giving you a trigonometric function. Sin x plus sin y plus sin x plus y. And this is your f. Now del f by del x. This is cos x plus cos x plus y. Del f by del y is cos y plus cos x plus y. Okay. Now del 2f by del x square minus sin x minus sin x plus y. Del 2f by del y square minus sin y minus sin x plus y. Now del 2f upon del x del y is equal to minus sin x plus y. I hope this is clear. So this is your r, this is your t, and this is your s. So first we need to find out what is this. So when you put this equals to 0, that means you are writing cos x plus cos x plus y equals to 0. And when you are equating this as 0, you are writing cos y plus cos x plus y equals to 0. And we have to solve these equations to get some meaningful value of x and y. When you subtract, what will you get? Subtract, you will get cos x minus cos y equals to 0. When you have cos x minus cos y equals to 0, that means can we write it like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if this is equation 1 and if this is equation 2, you can write equation 1 or equation 2, does not matter, as equation 1 becomes cos x plus cos 2x equals to 0. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you can write cos 2x equals to minus cos x, which is cos pi minus x. Yes or no? Cos pi minus theta is minus cos theta.
Yes, ma'am.
So 2x is pi minus x. We will not get the series, okay? We will not try to write it in the series. So 3x is pi, x is pi by 3. Okay? Since x is equal to y, that means y is also pi by 3. Till here, is it clear to you? How do we go about it? Now you have x and you have y. Please find r, s and t. Give me r, s and t. Sorry. What is r? You put it here. This is minus, this is your r. This is your t. So minus sine pi by 3 minus sine 2 pi by 3. Minus sine pi by 3. Pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. R is minus root 3 by 2. And sine 2 pi by 3 is also minus root 3 by 2. I hope you have no doubt in it. So this is minus root 3, which is less than 0. Now once you are, now r you have calculated, okay? Now what is t? Accordingly you can find out. T is what is t? Same way you can calculate. Same thing. Since x is equal to y, so t will also be minus root 3. Any problem in understanding this?
Ma'am,
Since
one will be pi by 3 and one will be pi.
Sine 2 pi by 3 is same as sine pi by 3, beta, because sine pi minus theta is sine theta.
Okay, ma'am.
Now what will be s? S is sine minus sine 2 pi by 3. So minus sine 2 pi by 3 same as minus sine pi by 3. So minus root 3 by 2. Is this fine or not? The calculation of r, s and t is understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's
Yes,
try and
ma'am.
substitute the value. You have to write r t minus s square. So r is minus root 3, t is also minus root 3 minus सर क्लास चल रही है. हाँ कर लूंगी, अभी क्लास की बात करती हूँ.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
बोलो बेटा.
Ma'am, we are putting the values in del 2f by del x square.
Del 2f by del x square, yes.
Yes, ma'am. So there is minus sine x plus y. We have to put x is equal to y. Then there
Yes.
will be minus sine pi by 3 minus sine pi by
2 pi by 3. Minus sine pi by 3 minus sine 2 pi by 3.
Okay, ma'am, I got. I was thinking of cos.
Now substitute these values. See what you are getting. You are getting 3 minus 3 by 2. So that is 3 by 2. Okay. So this is positive and r is negative. So what should you get? Maxima.
Maximum.
So what is your maximum value? Maximum value is sine. The question was is sine only, na? Sine pi by 3. Sine pi by 3 plus cos pi by 3. Sorry, दोनों साइन है. Sine pi by 3 plus sine 2 pi by 3. So actually you are getting 3 into root 3 by 2. That's the answer. Is this process understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm giving you one more question and I want you to try. Just a minute, let me clean it, then I'll give you. Write down the question. Now here the question is with some condition. Just think. If x, y, z to 5xyz upon x plus 2y plus 4z. This is your fxyz. Find the values of, find x, y, z such that, or for which fxyz is maximum, given that xyz is equal to 8. Now what is catch here? Though the question is given in 3 variable, but you have got a condition to reduce it in 2 variable. How? We can write fxyz equals to, now xyz is 8, 8 5s are 40, 40 upon x plus 2y plus 4. Now z is 8 upon xy. So 4 into 8 upon xy. Okay? Yes or no? So you can write
Yes,
it
ma'am.
as x plus 2y plus 32 upon xy. Now I want you to focus on the fact that fxyz is maximum when this is minimum. Agreed or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So actually what you have to find the points fxy. If I mark this as gxy, you have to find out when gxy is minimum. Right? So the question is indirectly asking you to find the minima for gxy, and gxy is x plus 2y plus 32 by xy. Now please solve by the time I take your attendance. Ask if you are stuck anywhere by the time I am opening this. Kindly respond to your attendance. Jashndeep,
Present, ma'am.
Rama is there. Divyam,
Ma'am.
Mohit,
Present, ma'am.
Sir,
Present, ma'am.
Sahil,
Present, ma'am.
Vanshika is there. I have seen Vidhi,
Present, ma'am.
Kansh,
Present, ma'am.
Hiren, Hiren, Samir,
Present, ma'am.
Samir or Hiren?
Ma'am, Sameer Chaudhary.
Okay, Sudiksha, Sudiksha, Yash, Yash
Present,
Kap,
ma'am. Yes.
Vanshveer,
Present, ma'am.
Sankirat,
Present, ma'am.
Neha,
Present, ma'am.
Parth Batra,
Present, ma'am.
Aditya Rajput,
Present, ma'am.
Satvik,
Present, ma'am.
Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Prajwal,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Shah,
Present, ma'am.
Naman,
Present, ma'am.
Yuvraj,
Present, ma'am.
Kushagra.
Ma'am, he is left.
He has left. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then Nikita,
Present, ma'am.
Pragati, Pragati, Aruneet,
Present, ma'am.
Himank,
Present, ma'am.
Ariman,
Present, ma'am.
Rakshit,
Present, ma'am.
Aryan,
Present, ma'am.
Nibir,
Present, ma'am.
Art Bansal.
Ma'am.
Present.
Art Bansal present.
हाँ. I'm just repeating the absentees. Hiren, Sudiksha, then Kushagrajan has left. Pragati is absent. That's all. Have you tried the question?
I'm solving.
Okay. I hope you don't have class right now.
Ma'am.
Okay, try.
पी एंड क्यू की वैल्यूज निकालने के बाद हमें 0 से इक्वेट करके फिर सॉल्व करना होता है ना?
हाँ, equate it to 0.
ओके.
Bachcho, I have to leave. I will give you answer. Just note down so that you can try your question. The value of x, y and z are 4, 2 and 1. Okay? It is 4, 2 and 1. You just try and we will discuss it in the next class. Okay, I have a meeting. I have to quit.
Okay.